Hey guys, in this English for Daily Stand-Up Meetings video, I want to give you expressions and verbs to help you talk about reviewing changes to timelines and deadlines. So these are really essential actions or things to be communicated in the meeting. So two essential points we need to talk about is one, discussing the impact of changes on the project and other team members, and then communicating clearly revised timelines and deadlines. So when we are talking about the changes in the deadline and the timeline and how this will affect other team members, the first expression we have is this change in the deadline or timeline will or is going to impact or affect the project or team members. Now, will and going to are interchangeable in English really most of the time. Don't worry too much about the difference. My personal opinion is that going to is easier and more common. So, for example, this change in the app launch timeline is going to impact our marketing campaign. This change in the software rollout timeline is going to impact our support team as they will have less time to familiarize themselves with the new features. So the next expression we have is as a result of, due to, or because of the revised timeline or deadline, we need to and the verb. So for example, as a result of the review's QA phase timeline, we need to postpone the project launch. Because of the revised deadline for design assets, we need to allocate more resources to the design team. Due to the change in the feature implementation deadline, we need to inform the client about the updated delivery date. The next idea is communicating, telling your team members about revised deadlines and timelines. So a simple expression is to say that the new timeline or deadline or the revised timeline or deadline for the task is now and the date. For example, the new timeline for the server migration is set for May 5th to May 7th. The revised deadline for the code review is now April 28th. The new deadline for the app launch is now June 15th. Or the updated deadline for the feature implementation is now May 15th. The next important expression or verb is the verb to reschedule. Schedule is the plan or routine, but to schedule a meeting or schedule a deadline means to organize or put a date. And then to reschedule is to change again after a second time. So for example, we have rescheduled the deadline for task 2 and the date. Now, let's be careful about the pronunciation of rescheduled. So go slow. To schedule. To schedule is the verb, and then scheduled. We do not pronounce scheduled, scheduled. Scheduled. And then the next verb is to reschedule, and then rescheduled. So usually we will see this expression in something has been rescheduled. The has been is important because it makes it feel relevant now. We have rescheduled the timeline for plus time, or the deadline has been rescheduled for the time. For example, we have rescheduled the deadline for submitting the design assets to May 10th. We have rescheduled the QA phase to start on June 1st and end on June 10th. Okay guys, this was this video about reviewing changes to timelines and deadlines. Please take a moment to click like, check your subscription, and share this video with a friend. I am trying to help people improve their English for IT. It's my new mission with my channel. So please support me in my mission by sharing this with your other friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.